Guthrie at Carl Albert, the Titans, they've won, I think, 439 games and 42 state titles in a row. Guthrie's one of the few 5A teams in recent years has kind of been able to hang with them here and there. Blue Jays coming off that big OT win at Altus or against Altus. Uh, Guthrie or Carl Albert's got to go down there next week. So it could be an interesting 2 weeks in the district, or is it just going to be Carl Albert running the table? Mark, you tell me.
Carl Albert wins has won 9 in a row against Guthrie. This is a rematch of the state championship last year. Carl Albert handled Guthrie both games last year by about 24, 25 points. Uh, Meeting number 53 in the series all time between these two teams. Huge win for Guthrie last week to be able to beat Altus and sew up what potentially would be a home playoff game for them in a very competitive Class 5A bracket. I mean, very competitive outside of Carl Albert. So I think that it's going to be tough to knock off the Titans. I think they get the win this week in a reloading year. And they are looking strong to potentially break the state record for all-time wins in a row in the large class.
It's amazing how many times recently that's kind of been up for grabs there.
Yeah.
You see those records and you think, well, it's gonna be a long time before it breaks, but then it's happened a lot here recently. Sean Meek, do you see the streak continuing?
Yeah, this is one of the best rivalry games in the state. I've been to this game many times just as a fan to go watch. Anybody who's a fan of Oklahoma high school football that hasn't been to this game, just go watch it and enjoy it. But no, Carl Albert's too much. They're too good. They win here, so I'll take the Titans to continue their winning streak.
Was the game last year, or has that been 2 years ago? Maybe the closest in the street for Carl Albert. They had to have that 2 point conversion to win at Guthrie.
Well,
Uh,
wasn't it a couple of years ago? But
yeah, I think that's right.
yeah. Uh, Jace, who you got?
Yeah, I don't need a lot of research for this. I'll never fade Carl Albert in football ever.
Pretty
Picking
pretty
Guthrie,
safe.
I like
Pretty safe there, no matter where they play.
Yeah, I like unless they're playing Bixby, I like Carl Albert.
All
Okay,
right, Jacob.
smart man. Yeah, I agree with Sean. This is going to be it always is. It's a great rivalry, two storied programs. A rematch of last year's state championship game. It's for the district championship. Uh, you know, like usual, when these two teams match up this time of year, there's a lot to be played for, and two elite teams. Carl Albert is the team to beat in 5A. What more needs to be said? I think we've been saying that for a while now. They're so talented, so deep. Zane Thomas is the kind of player for Guthrie that if he gets going, and Guthrie somehow gets control of the tempo of the game, and they can keep this close. Maybe, hope that Carl Albert comes out flat and gets a lead. But Carl Albert has shown, with that win over Stillwater, the way they just controlled that game, as explosive a team as Stillwater is, that especially being at home, just too much. I got Carl Albert a 12 and a half point favorite. I think Guthrie keeps it closer than that, but Carl Albert wins 31-21.